community. They built this. This is the cathedral. At this time, not now, Kevin's time, Dublin didn't exist. No Dublin. So in Dublin, no cathedrals, no churches. This cathedral was the primary cathedral for all of this area. This was probably the biggest cathedral in Ireland at that time. This is more than 1,000 years old, so it has been a little bit damaged. A little bit. In the past, it had a roof. Thank you. About 600 years later, Dublin started to become important. Dublin was created. I need some German people. German people. Some Germans. Germans! Are you all aware? Come on. Come on. Come on. Dublin, 1 hour to the south, was originally created by Vikings. Vikings. Okay. But most of the people, my umbrella is broken. Most of the people who lived in Dublin worshipped in this cathedral. So they didn't come every week. It's very far. This was the center of religion for big, important events. At that time, there were no banks. So, if you were an Irish man, what's your name? No, your Irish name? Brendan. If you were an Irish man called Brendan, say hello, Brendan.
Hello, Brendan.
And you were very rich, and you wanted to put your money somewhere safe. The best place to put your money was with the monks. So give your money to Kevin. No. Come on. Come on, it's Kevin. It's safe. Give him the money. And the bag. The bag.
Donnez ton slip.
Thank you. Kevin and his friends. Hello, Kevin's friend. Frederick is not an Irish name. Your name is Liam. Kevin and his friends lived here in isolation. There is nothing around. So they had one job. Their job was writing. They woke up every day when the sun came up. When the sun, yes. Sometimes in Ireland we have the sun. In summertime, the sun comes up at 4 in the morning. In wintertime, the sun comes up at 8 or 8:30. When they woke up, they prayed for about an hour. Then they had breakfast. Then they started to write. They wrote until lunchtime. At lunchtime, they prayed. Then they had lunch. Then they went back and they wrote. Then it came time for dinner. At dinner time, they prayed. Then they had dinner. Then they went back and they wrote. They wrote until the night. If they had a candle, they could continue writing. But if they didn't, when it was dark, they prayed and they went to bed. This was your life. Writing a book in this way takes a very, very, very long time. books at that time. Hello. Don't worry, you'll like this. You won't like this. At that time, people didn't have paper. So most of the books were written on vellum. To make vellum, you take a baby cow. Then you kill the baby cow. Halal. Who said halal? After you kill him, you cut off his skin. Then you rub the skin with his own shit. You rub the shit on the skin because the shit destroys the hair. Then you take a knife and you have vellum, the perfect material for writing. To make a book 1,000 years ago, you had to kill about 20 baby cows. And use a lot of shit. So, books at that time were not good for vegetarians. Because these books were so valuable, the vellum was valuable. The writing took a long time. Usually the cover was made of gold or some other precious material. So, because of the books and the gold and the money, the monks here had a lot of money. They weren't rich, but they had it here. The Vikings they are the least aggressive Vikings I have ever seen. So, the Vikings wanted the money. So for the monks, attacks by the Vikings were very common. So they built that. You see it? Behind the tree. This is called a round tower. The round tower is about 30 meters high. But the most interesting thing is the door. The tower is 30 meters, but the door is not at the ground. The door is about 3 meters up. So, where's Kevin? Kevin, come on. So, in the tower was one of Kevin's friends. Go to the tower. Imagine. The tower has 4 windows: north, south, east, and west. So Kevin's friend can watch every direction. When he sees the Vikings coming, no. When he sees the Vikings coming, he can ring a bell. Dong dong, dong dong, dong dong. Then all of the other monks run to the tower. They climb a ladder into the tower, and then they lift the ladder. Now the monks are 5 meters in the air, and the Vikings are down here. This maybe is a legend, because if the Vikings were intelligent, do you think they were intelligent Vikings? If the Vikings were intelligent, it would be very easy to make a fire at the bottom, and then all of the monks would die. So it probably, if this story is true, we don't know. But it's a very nice tower. The tower is completely original. The roof was reconstructed, but everything else is original. The other interesting things in this area, all of the other buildings are churches. There are 5 churches in this area. For me, that's too many. But for Kevin and his friends, they really loved churches. So there are a lot. Outside, you will see a lot of Celtic crosses. I accidentally picked someone who's very strong. Oh, good! Perfect! Are you tired? Oh. So, Christianity arrived in Ireland about 1,700 years ago. Out here, you will see a lot of Celtic crosses. A cross with a circle. The Celtic people didn't write a lot. So the origin of the Celtic cross, we don't really know. There are some ideas. One idea, it's a combination. The cross for Christianity and a circle because the ancient Irish people worshipped the sun. Sun there? So, it's a combination of the cross and the sun. Another idea is when the Christians arrived, the Irish people didn't want to become Christian. The Irish people wanted to keep their old beliefs. And in their old beliefs, the most important symbol was a spiral. So some people believe that the Christians combined the cross and the spiral to help the Irish people to become Christian. My idea about Celtic crosses is this.
Okay.
Holding a wooden cross is easy. Wood is not very heavy. But Irish Celtic crosses were sometimes 7 meters tall. If you have 7 meters of stone with the arms 2 or 3 meters, it's incredibly heavy.
Okay.
So, the solution? To make a support. Please don't take a photo of this. No! I'll go here. So, where are you going? So, the solution was to make a cross. And then if you have 2 here, it doesn't look good.
Yes.
So you put 2 here and 2 here. So, go out, take a look at the round tower with the high door, look at the Celtic crosses, find the 6 churches, go! And then I will find you an explain.